A 23-year-old Filipino is taking the lead in an international company committed in helping logistics businesses. Joining us tonight is Expedock's King Alandy to share with us how modern technology can solve problems in the supply chain. King, great to have you with us. Tell us, how did you and your partners come up with this idea of a logistical company using artificial intelligence?
Right, so I think it's definitely a merging of our several experiences. So one of my co-founders, his family operates a freight forwarder based in Manila and Shanghai. And so he really brings in the deep logistics expertise. Then on the other side, I also have another co-founder who has deep artificial intelligence experience. He's been a published AI researcher. I actually took my first computer science class ever at Stanford with him. And yeah, together we were just able to come up with the attempt to solve the biggest problem that we could identify in the global supply chain.
Wow. I mean, solving a big problem in the logistical supply chain. And now you are holding hundreds of millions of pesos in capital to run Expedock. What does it feel like to have all this cash at your disposal?
So I never really feel like I'm holding this money, right? It sort of feels like I'm just managing it for people. And yeah, it's definitely allowed us to move with a lot greater velocity towards our long-term goals of reinventing the way ocean trade functions today.
You're only 23 years old, King, and many of your friends, I'm sure, are still living with their parents. What is the advice of your dad and your mom with the success that you have right now with your Expedock business?
I assume maybe they're watching right now. Hello. I think they must be pretty happy.
But your dad and your mom, have they given you any kind of advice in running a business?
Their advice? Be fiscally safe, I guess, and be smart about it.
Currently, you are in Manila. Do you travel as well despite this pandemic to run your logistical company because you have a partner in the United States as well?
Yep, that's correct. So I was actually supposed to go to Dubai today, but then my meeting with the DFA, because the DFA meetings are canceled, right? So I wasn't able to go there, but I do travel around quite a lot for these business deals.
You know what,
Since
King?
our customers are all over the world, so we have large corporations in the US, in Italy, France, Singapore, pretty much everywhere around the world, companies are using Expedock to help, streamline the movement of ocean containers globally.
You know, King, I'm sure you canceled that trip to Dubai because you had this interview on the final
I want
word.
to see you, Rico.
So, King, for aspiring entrepreneurs who want to be their own boss and make millions at such a young age, what should be their mindset?
I think it's really all about finding a problem that you're completely committed to, right? And also bringing on the smartest people that you can find to solve that problem. So at Expedock, I think that's exactly what we have, right? We have a lot of really brilliant people, experts in their own industries. I mean, on the software engineering team, someone actually just turned down a project with NASA in the US to join Expedock. One of our co-founders got published by the top AI publications globally before he even graduated. And so it's all about bringing the smartest people you can possibly find globally together and finding a problem, that single problem that you're willing to commit the next 10, 20 years of your life to solving.
Where do you plan to take Expedock next? What is the next stage for your logistical company?
Right. So I think what we've been able to do is help these global supply chain businesses function a lot more efficiently. saving millions of dollars through operational efficiency, right? Now that we're able to actually automate the extraction and movement of their data, the next step is actually providing them with insights at a higher level, right? Bringing all of that data together and helping them operate strategically better. That's where we're taking the business forward. So really from an automation company to really being and fulfilling our vision of being a data company.
King, you're indeed a role model for a lot of young Filipino entrepreneurs who want to succeed just like you. Thank you so much for joining us on The Final Word. King Alandy D, the CEO of Expedock.